Just like that, we right back at it, like a crack addict. Peace, power, and positivity. Welcome back to the Miso Selfish Experience. Trying something a little different. I got a new little camera. Shout out to Liv, man. She got me a little camera. She didn't get it for me. It's her camera. She just let me use it. But trying something out. Just trying to see, again, just trying to just figure it out as I go, right? Not everything's going to be perfect. Not everything's going to be polished. Not everything's going to be just exact. But I'm excited. All that to say, I hope everybody's having a blessed Black History Month, and shout out to all my Black brothers and sisters out there, man. Happy Black History Month to all y'all out there, man. Throughout the diaspora of the world, what's popping? And if you guys do decide to tune into this pod, like, I really appreciate y'all, and I'm proud to be Black. I'm proud to be a part of such greatness, such historical influence. We don't get as far as we get in the human race without Black people. Let's just start there. We don't thrive in civilization like we do without the assistance and the cerebralness of Black people. Let me also say that. And let's just keep it a buck. We're needed. We're needed and we're necessary to make everything thrive on this earth. It has to be said, and it is very much the truth. Today's pod, I'm actually usually I have my own personal phone as camera one, but since like I said, Liv's allowing me to use her cam, I'm gonna try to dictate today's pod a little bit more. So I got some notes written down. I don't want to go note for note, but I really, 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 really want to deep dive on what my thoughts are when it comes to what we're experiencing right now in today's America. I've seen TikToks come across my feed. I've seen posts come across my Instagram feeds. I've seen numerous amount of people giving their takes on it, giving their perspectives on what's going on. There's a few different things I'd like to cover, but for the most part, I just want to talk about overstimulation for one. The fact that it seems like we're being bombarded with a lot all at once, right? And when I first started this pod, or at least this rendition of the pod, when I first started to back up, I was like, okay, again, the social political avenue, making sure we're ramping up on what we don't know and trying to tap in and start conversations so we can start building a collective of reasonable thinkers to get us out of the predicament we're in, right? But I realized that wasn't everybody's fight. So I try to step it down and be like, okay, how can I lend my 2 cents without making it overbearing or making it like, you, and pointing the fingers, because that's not my character. And then two, that's not the goal of what I'm trying to represent here on the Miso Self Experience, like I've said time and time again. Going from that to kind of, again, going from that to, again, how I'm feeling in more of a perspective base, and allowing more and more people to give their perspective to the show, and also to allow for an open space and a safe space to be able to articulate and say whatever it is that's on their mind, given the environment we are living in right now. I say all that to say, being purposely overwhelmed and overstimulated seems to be the play here. I think about, again, I've talked about this over the last few months, but really, guys, really start thinking, right? Think about all of the shit that's at our disposal right now and everything that's being thrown at us. Epstein files, social media bullshit, Donald Trump's bullshit, ICE. It's all designed to overstimulate the fuck out of us, bro, and desensitize the fuck out of us all at the same time. You get hit with so much at once, bro. You got to pick one. You got to pick something to focus on. You can't have your focus all on the Epstein files. You can't have your focus all on ICE. You can't have your focus all on Donald Trump. You can't have your focus on everything. And it's designed that way. And I'm starting to see that, and I don't know how to. Sometimes it's just like I can feel what's happening, and I can't explain it. I can't. But now that I'm starting again to take a step away, take a step back, and really start dissecting and peeling back the layers week to week, day to day, because I want to lend a perspective to then be like, okay, are you guys feeling the same way? Is anybody feeling the same way? Or are we all sleep, quote unquote, or however you guys want to word it? It's just more of like this elephant in the room, right? And nobody wanting to address the elephant in the room. Like I said before, that's gotta stop. A lot of shit's gotta stop. But it's more of the fact I understand why it's so hard for people to even get into this too. Because again, what's the easiest way to distract somebody? Is to put a whole bunch of bullshit that they like and throw it in the direction and have them play fetch. Hey black man, you like you like girls shaking ass and doing all this extra shit, OnlyFans, blah, 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 extra shit, Instagram, throw it that way. Now we have however much of the black population, young black population, focus on money, chains, materialistic bullshit, idealizations of other bullshit, street life bullshit, right? Go chase that shit. Go chase the paper. Go chase the bag. Go chase all the bullshit that doesn't matter. Don't stay and help your community. Don't stay and help your mom. Don't stay and help your dad. Don't stay and help your brother and sister. Don't stay and help your family. Don't get a wife and settle early because it just why would you do that, right? That's what we're branding. That's what we're pitching. That's what's being pitched to us. That's what's being thrown in our face because it's an easy distraction point. It's easy. You like shoes, bro? Go get some shoes. You don't need to settle down right now. You don't need to get you a house right now. Go get you some shoes, bro. Get you some fly shit, bro. Stunt. Because it's easy. It's easy to bog down your guys' minds with the dumb shit. So attention spans get shorter and shorter and shorter because we're being blinded and distracted with bullshit. We gotta stop buying into the bullshit and thinking the bullshit's cool because they're preying on it and they're succeeding in a lot of different ways. Look at the rap industry. Look at pop culture. Again, they succeeding, bruh. And we letting them. We letting them by buying into everything. Going with everything. It's getting dangerous. And on top of that, it's more, it turns into one of those things where it's just, again, it's a slow thing, right? They never teach you that taking a step back and enjoying life is cool. They always teach you get money as quickly as possible, get you a spot as quick as possible, do all the extra bullshit. They never teach you anything about how to stay grounded, not only within yourself, within the environment, and within the people around you either. And it's insane. It's what they sell us, right? When was the last time? And I'm not even watching Super Bowl. I'm recording this during the Super Bowl. I can guarantee you there's gonna be some dumbass commercials, right? And not only that, I guarantee there's gonna be a Rose Sparks commercial, huh? They're pushing dick pills to people who are 20 on up. We need to stop capitulating to the bullshit and buying into it and normalizing this shit because it's desensitizing us. Bro, when were they ever just freely just advertising dick pills, bro? I guarantee you they're going to do it on the Super Bowl commercial. They do it damn near on YouTube every day, all over goddamn any other ads and shit like that you see. Obviously, they push nicotine, liquor, bullshit to distract on purpose. That shit crazy, bro. Take a sip of my little drink. Now, before y'all like, it's contradictory or whatever. It's a little drink. I ain't drink like that. You know what I'm saying? A little drink. But I think my main point is we need to be prepared for the mass desensitization that's going to continue to be propelled forward and it's going to be continue to be pushed by the higher ups, quote unquote, because it's an easy strategy for dumb people. Now, I say that because, again, people who aren't fooled. It's just that simple. If you're fooled by a lot of this shit, if you're believing in a lot of this shit, it's a whole nother thing. And that brings me to my overall point because, again, it becomes so hard to articulate and specify exactly what it is that I feel on a day-to-day basis. And sometimes I'll hear something and I'll see something. I'll be like, that's what it is that I be talking about. But I don't know how to really tell somebody, or I don't know how to hint at it or even leave a breadcrumb of it because it's just so hard to explain. I was scrolling on my feed and there was this lady talking about pretty much just letting everything pass over, and not pass over in the sense of where you just forgive, forget, and just let everything go, but literally. And we're in the brink of where we can't really do too much, right? Physically. All we could do is lend our perspective, our voices, and for some people who are out there in the streets, do what you got to do. I'm talking about when it comes to actual power, right? This shit's gonna crumble over itself, and I felt that. I feel that in my soul and my bad. I feel that in my soul and my spirit. This shit's gonna crumble. It's gotta topple over itself. All right. I be telling people at work all the time, because even to a microscopic level, I be telling them at work, let it fall, let it crumble. Because it's all we're getting to the point to where if this person can't do this person doesn't want to do that, they can't do that, they won't do that. For some of us, fine. We've done what we can do. We're still going to continue to do what we can do. But other than that, let it crumble. It's crumbling right now, and we're going to be okay. Now, it's going to look, again, it's going to look ugly before it gets pretty, but that don't mean it's not going to be okay. We just have to focus on the task at hand. And that is saving all the people of color, all these little kids, these children, young ladies, et cetera, et cetera. The world is showing its ass right now. The world is showing its ass. Low key, it's been showing its ass, but now it's toppling over. Now it's getting to the point to where the elephant is right here. At first, the motherfucker was right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can look and be like, I don't really see an elephant for real. I don't see it, but now the motherfucker right here. Now it's getting uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Now it's getting real dicey. And to me, I feel like that's where I revel in. Even when I can't muster up the words or the gumption or the courage to say what I want to say, in the sense to where, again, I get so lost up here because there's so many different words I could use and so many different feelings that I have. I live for this shit because I know what it is that I feel, and I know we're on the cusp of something big. And again, this is shit that's like no other, in my opinion. And it just slowly, it's one of those things where if you don't pay attention, you slowly just watch it fade. And this is how shit was let slide for so long, because we just let shit slide for so long. That didn't make any sense, but hopefully I could chop that shit back up and post and make that shit make sense. But regardless, hopefully you guys can pick up what I'm putting down when I say that. But I do kind of find it funny that, first, fuck ICE. You know what I'm saying? It's Black History Month, you know what I'm saying? So I'm always keeping it for my brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying? It's strictly us this month. You know what I'm saying? Strictly us. Still fuck ICE though. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna get to my main point. Immigrants, people who are here to better themselves and who have bettered themselves, who has made America great. We on your side. We get it. This isn't new though. None of this shit's new though. It's the problem. So when I talk to my, and this one, I'll look in the camera. As I'm speaking to my people of color, whatever descent, nationality, ethnicity, race, we collectively have to let the other side be the other side when it comes to what they're dealing with, okay? Because they didn't even believe we were people 60 years ago. But now that a couple of them have died, now all of a sudden it's like, what the fuck? Neither here nor there when it comes to the right and wrong aspect of it, because it's wrong. But all I'm saying is, a lot of this shit, let it topple over. Because finally some shit's actually gonna be done. Because of little Susans and little Ryans is getting offed and getting eaten and shit like that. Now motherfuckers want to get serious about it. But you know they were eating us back then too, though. Never forget that. They would hang us, have a picnic afterwards with little Jimmy, cut off your balls, and go put it in a jar and put it on a dresser as a trinket of their satisfaction of offing you. I say all that to say, again, happy Black History Month. But never forget where we've come from, and never let them tell us that it ain't that deep or it's not that serious. We're not going for that anymore. Okay? Okay. I think before I get too wrapped up into anything else, I think it's been on my mind as far as it's been kind of hard to prep for these pods, because again, there's so much that I want to say, and I'm trying to figure out what episodes to say what in, as far as, okay, do I just go on there and freestyle and ramble about how I actually feel on a day-to-day basis? Do I give some kind of structure and conciseness when it comes to, what I feel is happening, what should be done, or what? You know what I'm saying? It's super hard, because again, I don't want to get on here and just be bullshitting and talk about bullshit all the time either, because that's not. I definitely want this to be a platform of substance, but also too, it definitely needs to be a beacon of not only hope, change, but the whole spiel, right, of restoration and communion. So I say all that to say it's still definitely forefronted of being a safe space, but it needs to be a challenging space as well too. Like I should be challenged. You guys should challenge me. I should challenge y'all. Whoever decides to sit down on the couch, and whoever I decide to go out into the field and speak with, it should be a challenging for all of us because it should never get to a point to where we're complacent about again where we're headed because it's very important to know where we come from, but it's also again just as important to know where we're headed and vice versa, right? So with that being said, every conversation that's had needs to still maintain some sort of relevancy when it comes to what the agenda is that we're pushing. And that's again restoration and communion for people of color. And also too, specifically for black and brown people because that's what I want, so it makes me feel fuzzy inside. I don't know, explain that. But I say all that to say I've never really been too confused or even really shocked when it came to what's been going on because I've realized how desensitized I've been, but that's also been through trauma, right? And it's a weird thing about trauma. Trauma will always, if you choose to, trauma can open doors for you if you're willing to do the work that can allow you to have certain lenses through the rest of the world or through the rest of life in the world where you could spot shit like crazy. Like sometimes trauma could be your best friend. And I say it on because I say that with a grain and I mean like a speck, a damn assault. Because it's not so much that it's your best friend, but it's just a tool that and a token that could be used if used correctly. It could give you more tools and more access to this thing called life to help navigate through easier and again spot out to then better and have evolution and things of that nature. And I say all that to say this. Given the things that I've gone through, right? My mom passed away of cancer and my dad passed away of heart failure or heart attack, however you want to. He had high blood pressure. I do the work myself. I take a scale back and I think, well, how does cancer even show up in the fucking first place, right? I think about industrialization, right? I think about things that have overpolluted America, cars, the just bullshit, environmental issues. We're already in Arizona, so there's heat involved with all that shit too. The things that were pushed, cigarettes, nicotine, drugs, alcohol, things to destroy the body. So I think of how not only being a minority, my mother was, she was also pushed triple whammies on top of being a woman on top of that and a black woman on top of that, triple, quadruple, sextuple, whatever, all these whammies brought on top of her for her to then meet her ultimate demise of losing her life to cancer. And again, the traumatic effects that did to me allowed me to internalize that and do the work and do the knowledge super hard, super trying, but worth it because it made me wake up and realize, okay, not only is life short and not only is it should be cherished, but we need to really hone in on what's important. She died because of the environmental issues that were not even inflicted on by her. These are things that were pushed on by by the government and the systems and the controls, the systems that are at place allowed for things of that nature to happen. Now, she could have died any other way, and she also still could have died of cancer. Who's to say? But I'm just saying, with everything that's in place, it's not that far fetched to say systemically and environmentally, that's how she had died. Now, same thing with my pops, right? High blood pressure that runs super rampant in the black community. How do you get high blood pressure? Eating a whole bunch of bullshit, not exercising, being lazy, drinking. All of these things, again, pushed on us by the government and by the systems at play. And also, too, not having the tools necessary in these times or even the resources or material needed to get out of the predicament he was in. So then he developed all these tools, habits, or developed these habits and then gained these tools that allowed him to become an alcoholic, which then, again, raises the blood pressure. And that's how he ended up having his congestive heart failure or heart attack. Again, my overall point is, and I'm sorry if it doesn't really line up like super, and if I'm not wording this to where it's just like you can understand this all the way super. I don't know. It's a rambling thing, but my overall point is that the traumas and the things that I've had to deal with and the things that I've had to wrestle with and understand has led me here. So when I come on here and I talk to y'all and I speak on behalfs of the things that I speak on, it's not just out of my ass. I'm not just talking just to be speaking. I'm speaking because I want to inflict and make change and do something about a community that's been hurting for 400 plus years and that deserves more than what we're given, for one, and two, damn it, it's our time. With everything toppling over on everything toppling over on itself, it's time for us to start getting our shit back. And that's how I'm truly feeling. Like dead ass. We've been down for so long. We've had to deal with so much bullshit. We've lost people in the process. We lost leaders in the process, heroes, countless and countless of other shit. But I tell you what, though, again, I say all that to say I continue to be proud of who I am, where I come from, and where we're headed. And it's because of, again, the traumas and the things that I had to overcome and the things that I've dealt with, which has given me and lended me the perspective I needed to do what I'm doing now. You know what I'm saying? And I don't wish anything on anybody, but it's necessary for us to not dwell, but use our past experiences to propel forward and push through. I say all that to say, like every episode, don't know everything, don't claim to know everything, not the smartest person in the room, just have unique perspective. I'm not gonna keep you guys for too much longer. Yeah, I want to try to do a couple more pods this month, especially during Black History Month. I want to try to do one with my girl. I want to see if I could try to do one with the fam, and then also too, I got another special guest. I just want to leave off saying this. I see a lot of excellence around me, and I see a lot of ambition around me. And sometimes it's a little crippling to continue forward knowing all of what's at maybe that's the wrong verbiage. Everything that we're dealing with right now in our faces, up in our faces, it's a little crippling knowing that I have to push through all of this and low key let this shit subside all at the same time. But given the life that I've already been living and being out of the picture and out of the frame for real, I have the tools necessary to do so. It's just a little hard to I'm still working on some of the feelings, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. So I'm still trying to figure that out. But the spot is really helping me navigate through that, and I appreciate y'all week to week, every other week, whenever I end up pushing out these pods. I appreciate you guys for the continued support because, again, this is something that I feel like is necessary if we really want to make change and do away with the bullshit that we're dealing with at the moment. I say all that and say, continue to do the right thing, but at the end of the day, continue to do whatever it is that you feel is necessary for you when it comes to the betterment of yourself, as long as it's not fucking over somebody else. That's all I ask. Anyway, that's been episode whatever this is. I'm not doing the episode numbers no more, bro, because like now I started to think I I don't think I'm an episode numbers type of guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's me. I don't think that's in my, you know what I'm saying? I don't think I could see this being like a Joe Rogan episode 3 whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's not this. It's an experience every time, whether it be some bullshit to y'all, bullshit to me, bullshit to whoever, or it be something else. I don't know. That experience. We'll just leave on that. It's just an experience. Yeah, let me know what you guys think of this camera and shit, man. We keep trying to experiment with that shit too. But I'm out of here. Peace out.